All right, exercise number 2. So I'm going to go to import and open from Photoshop. And I'm in that same folder again, and this time I'm going to open the one that says clone. Okay, so right away I'm going to select the layer and I'm going to duplicate it. Okay, so on this duplicate layer, this is the one that I'm going to work from. Okay, so best practice is, duplicating the layer. So underneath the healing brush tool, if I click and hold, so any tool that has that caret in the lower right hand corner, we know that there's other tools underneath it. So right underneath the healing brush tool, there is the clone stamp tool. So I'm going to select that. Now, what's the difference between healing brush and clone stamp? Okay, the healing brush samples light, texture, and color. Okay, the clone stamp copies pixel for pixel what it's targeting from. Okay, so healing brush samples, clone stamps, copies precisely. Okay, so we have the same couple options that we had from the healing brush tool: the size of it, the hardness or softness of the brush, okay, the transparency of what it's actually taking from. I'm going to leave it at opaque 100%. Then underneath that, you're going to get this little target. And it's going to say, where do you want to steal the pixels from? And then the ... It's going to say which layer are you sampling from. I want to say current. Okay, but if you are mixing, more than one layer, then you could say, different layers. And then you also have the option, do I want to use pressure for opacity or use pressure for size? I'm going to keep that pressure for size on. So I need to pick the target, and I'm going to pick where I want to sample the grass from right here. Okay, and now I can start painting. So notice that it's showing me the target where it's stealing the pixels from. Okay, and notice that when I got to that part with the rip, it actually copied the rip open. Okay, and so I need to kind of go back over this one. Okay, so perfect. It's like that rip was never there. So I'm going to go to the share and publish and export. I'm going to export a Photoshop file just in case to that Tools of Photoshop Final folder. Again, make sure that you give some time for it to upload. If you look at the cloud in the upper right hand corner, you could see it working. Check mark, it's uploaded. I didn't do that last time. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go publish and export and save. Pick JPEG this time. Export. Again, go to Creative Cloud, Tools of Photoshop Final, and upload. Again, I'm going to wait for the cloud. It's checked there, and now that it's there. So now in my Tools of Photoshop Final, I now have a Photoshop file and a JPEG. JPEG is the flat one I'm going to upload. Photoshop one still has all the layers intact if I needed to go back and actually manipulate it.